Hey everybody, I'm Oliver Joyce and welcome to a Swords and Sandals Crusader Redux update. That is a mouthful indeed, and it's late June now. Late June, can you believe it? We are getting close to the completion of this game. I've done a ton of work since the last video, and I'm going to show you a little bit of it now, specifically the Quick Battle mode and the Conquer the Realm game modes, which for those who played the old Swords and Sandals Crusader, they will be familiar with this. I'm hoping the game comes out in, I'm going to say, late August or early September, because as many of you know, there is an impending arrival on the way for myself and my wife. We're expecting our second child in a couple of weeks. And as you know, those of you who've had kids before, due dates aren't always exact. So it could be next week. You never know, right? And obviously that's going to put a bit of a spanner in the works as far as development time. If my last child is anything to go by, that first few months I was really just, night was day and day was night, and I felt like the walking, zombie basically. But I will endeavor to get this game done as best I can. I've done so much up to this point, and even today I'm actually doing the end game animation cutscenes. So we're getting there. All that's really left to do is to add sound, music, tournament stuff, and tighten up a bit of the AI and some of the bug fixing and that kind of thing. You're probably going to notice a bunch of bugs in this coming video, and some of the combat does need relooking at again, but this is all stuff that I will fix up towards the end. So if you see bugs, rest assured this is still an alpha version. But without further ado, let me show you where we're up to in Swords and Sandals Crusader Redux. Alright, so here we are with the title screen for Swords and Sandals Crusader Redux. That's a mouthful, it really is. For those who are wondering about widescreen, the game does, of course, work full screen and widescreen. Getting a new game. Of course, there's no sound and music yet, but that's coming in the next couple of weeks. You've got 4 game modes. Survival, which is a sort of an endless wave of enemies that attack you each turn. Your army starts off strong and gets, progressively more defeated. Quick Battle, which is you versus another enemy, and Conquer the Realm. Do Conquer the Realm first, I think. You can choose how many leaders you want in your battle. Let's go 4 for now. If you have less than 4, that gets automatically turned off, because you don't want a situation where you have like Wolfgang, Belgrave, and Lionel all in a game together and be allied, and there's no one to fight against. So 4 it is. Game difficulty just changes the stats of enemy troops, making them better at attack and defense and damage, that kind of thing. World events. In Swords and Sandals Pirates, world events were things like storms and, mutinous pirates, or, gods intervening in things, that kind of stuff. In Swords and Sandals Crusader, it's things like black markets or all shops being closed for the day. There are a lot of events that I haven't put in there yet, but are coming soon. I'll turn that off for now. Permadeath, basically, you'll be familiar with if you've played a roguelike. If you die in battle in permadeath, this game is over. Otherwise, you'll survive through to the War Council. Destroy all enemies, on or off. If this is on, if you kill all enemies, the game ends and you go straight to the War Council. Otherwise, the game will last for this many years. A year represents 52 turns, basically. So 10 years will be 520 turns, quite a lot. Wandering Monsters is a fun one. On or off. If it's on, you get wandering monsters such as, and I'm not going to confirm nor deny the appearance of this character in the game, but say, for example, the Surantula, which is one of the great wandering monsters, one of the great beasts at the end of survival mode. Say, for example, that character appeared in this game, you might find them wandering around the map causing trouble. If they're occupying a province, that province doesn't gain gold and you can't go there without fighting them. If you do take them out, however, you get a pretty sizable gold bounty, and it counts towards your standing in the War Council. The War Council is like, if you've ever played Mario Party or Swords and Sandals Pirates, as a great example. At the end of the game, everyone gets... Actually, even Swords and Sandals 4, if you remember that, at the end of the game, they all stand upon pillars and are given awards for the most troops, the most gold, the most battles won or the most troops lost, that kind of thing. So that's been programmed already, and that's quite a fun one. That happens at the end of the Conquer the Realm mode. All right, so here we are with our different heroes. They do have their own special sort of nice high-res art for the big portrait, but for some reason it's only showing the low-res cartoony one that I've done. Let's be Selen Helmguard at the moment because he was the one in the thumbnail. He starts with 2 skills, Siege Master and Iron Gauntlets. Others have their own unique skills, but we're going to go with him for now. All right, here he is with his Iron Giant and his cavalry and heavy troops ranged and so on. You get a bit of a background story which you can read. There's a bit more lore in this game actually. When you finish games in the Conquer the Realm mode, you actually get an alternative history on what would happen had, say, Chaos defeated everybody and won, or Belgrave, and it's quite a fun little reward for you for playing through the game with the various characters. 4 enemies in this game: Boars, who may be allied. I can't remember if I had allies on or off. Belgrave and Chaos. So it's a formidable group, starting in Helmguard. All right, here we are on the famous Brandorian continent. This white line represents where you can go. If it's red, you can't go there because it's too far away, or it's controlled by enemies or that kind of thing. In the Last Crusader, you could travel all the way across Brandor in one turn, but it doesn't really make sense because it's a pretty big continent. I want it to be a little bit more realistic as far as travel times. It's also more in line with Defender of the Crown, which was only allowed you to move 1 turn at a time. If we go over here, we can see the characters' level, their objective, experience, how many provinces they controlled, how many troops in the army, only the leader at the moment. We have 12 troops garrisoned at Helmguard, and morale is pretty good. And that's our treasury. Gallostones is where we are right now. So I could show you Helmguard, give you a bit of information about it. It's worth 5 gold per turn. And you can kind of cycle through the other provinces as well. And they get changed color as if they're owned by someone else, like Drakendir is owned by Belgrave. So that's a sort of handy little encyclopedia for you, really. It's a bit of background on each province as well. So let's go and claim this province, Gallostones. And then Belgrave and Boars and Antares have had their turn. You can also slow down turns. If you find them moving too quickly, you can kind of slow that down to a couple of seconds per turn, or speed it up if you wish. Okay, what else can I show you? We can buy army. Let's get some Republican Guard. We've got 40 in the treasury. Get some archers. And no, we can't afford anyone else. Okay. You can buy sieges, weapons, and colossi and everything like that. You can also upgrade troops if you're interested. This improves their stats quite significantly and gives them a nicer title, like crown archers or that kind of thing. All right, you can also garrison lands. You can put a couple of light troops there to defend that. If you want to, you can set this up to auto garrison and change how much you want to pay the army. Do you want to fight automatically, that kind of thing? Just little convenience of life improvements. You can fight in only sieges if you want and not fight those pesky garrisons, because you'll find that there are a lot of garrison battles and that kind of thing in a long game. So let's move to Hallenfall. There's Boars, who may be an ally. Let's go and visit them. Let's see what happens. We'll buy a few more soldiers. Actually, we can't afford to. It's a bit miserable. We're actually losing 20 more morale per turn because we can't afford to pay the army. Let's try and dig, see if we can get some gold. Maybe we'll be lucky. Riches unearthed. Sweet. 77 gold. Your army sets up camp and begins to dig. Days pass and little is found. However, on the 5th day of digging, you will discover a small but valuable cache of treasure. Cool. That allows us to pay for the army for the next couple of turns at least. All right. So Boars is an ally, so we allowed him to move through. And okay. Oh, Belgrave's encountered army invasion and a garrison. All right. So Belgrave is on our turf. We can auto battle him, or we can take the field. Let's just have an auto battle because 1 versus 1 troop is not really worth it. We lost. Defeat in battle. You still get a bit of experience. Okay. Oh, for some reason that little animation is still there. We'll have to fix that up. I only put them in last week, so I need to improve that. Let us move down here. Okay. And down to this. Hey, we've leveled up. When you claim provinces and defeat enemies and so on, you reach the next character level. So right now, Stellan is now a level 2 Crusader. These are those high res portraits I was showing you, which look kind of cool. You can choose how to improve your character, which is new as well. Do you want to have attack, defense, damage, or health? Let's go with extra attack. You also get some new skills. Let's go with Lightning Storm. Only Antares can learn the Raise Dead, because of course he's the Necromancer. Let's dig again. Ah, tragedy in the mines. We lost 2 troops. That's sad. Let's see if we can take down one of these guys. I might try and fight Belgrave. Okay. I want to show you something else as well before I do. Okay. Clicking on the portrait brings up all your troops in one showing. You can see what your leader, his stats are at the moment. You can also check out how many provinces you have and the rankings. You can see we're coming second at the moment. Total army, that kind of stuff. How much gold? We're leading in gold for some reason. So we can actually buy some troops. 10 Republican guards, a couple of archers. And now let's take on Belgrave. So you get a cool little parley sort of panel here. Leave the kingdom, Sir Belgrave. When the Iron Republic reaches the full height of its power, we will not forget who stood against us. Traitor! You've betrayed the kingdom, Stellan Helmgard. Drakendir does not abandon its allies, and your rebellion will be punished and judged by Sul. So yeah, you get a little banter between them. He's only got 1 archer, so it's all over. If you can afford to, you can also chat to the little fat kid, and he'll boost morale with some wise words. Let's take the field. A skirmish at handoff. Here's our leaders versus them. We can move our captain to the front. We have some powers we can select. Iron Gauntlets or Call Lightning. Yeah, let's Call Lightning. End it for this guy. Double tap if you want. Call Lightning. Dead. Alright, battle 1. He was unprepared, and so we now claim that province. And yeah, the game basically will continue until you buy catapults and decide to besiege enemy castles and that kind of thing. You take all these castles out, conquer the realm is yours. Unlike the campaign where you have to have certain missions like, you know, find the Colossus or raise 20 light troops and then take down 5 provinces. This is much more freeform. And if you do the not defeat all leaders mode, you actually have a turn countdown as well. But we're not obviously going to get there in this quick preview. But I just thought I'd show you what's going on in the Conquer the Realm mode. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to show you today. I thought about showing the quick battle mode, but let's save that for a future video because that's kind of fun as well. I want that to sort of stand on its own. This game is available to wishlist now on Steam, and I will leave a link in the comments below for you to go on wishlist if you're interested in finding out more when it's coming out. Wishlisting really helps. Actually, you'd be surprised how much it helps a game, because the more people wishlist, the more Steam's algorithms realize that this is a popular game, and they start sort of pushing it and showing it on coming soon pages. So if you're a fan of Sword and Sandals and, you know, hey, if you want this game or you want to help me out, that would be amazing. I really do appreciate you wishlisting this game. I can't wait to show you this with sound, because I can't wait to hear it with sound. Sound and music make such a difference to a game you wouldn't believe. I'm actually teamed up with an awesome composer called Electro, who's done a bunch of musical tracks for Swords and Sandals Crusader, and is actually working with me on Sword and Sandals 6, and we're already starting to prepare some great music tracks for that. No rest for me. You know, I'll rest when the baby comes, right? Well, that's it for me today. I'm hoping to do another video before the baby comes. If you don't hear from me for a few weeks, you know why. But sending out my love to everybody, and thank you so much for your kind words and for being fans of Sword and Sandals. Hey, Spartacus is out on Sword and Sandals or on Nintendo Switch. So if you've got a Switch and you want an awesome retro arcade platformer, please get it. That's my first Nintendo game, and I'm really stoked to see it out there. And finally, you know, like and subscribe to the channel if you want, you know, more of me talking to you about Sword and Sandals, more ramblings, basically. All right, my friends, have a great day. I'll see you real soon, hopefully. Bye for now.